Hey, what's up guys? So I know there's a lot of V-Skill talk lately. We're doing the preview videos, but I have breaking news. Ryu is getting buffs. I know. Full stop, e-break. We need to talk about this right now. Because one thing that's more hype about V-Skill preview videos is the anticipation of the Ryu buffs. So there's a lot of talk about this right now. I have to bring this up because a lot of people are asking me about this. So basically, Capcom this week show off a few more V skills from a bunch of different characters. I think this week was Alex, Kage, and someone we don't care about. Oh, Blanca. And then they were showing the V skills off, and then everyone was like, wait a second. Then it shows like Ryu doing a crouching medium kick in the fireball. Wait a second. This crouching medium kick is further. So people are bringing this up. High Fight on Twitter actually made an awesome side-by-side view. So you guys, I'll post a link to it. And it's almost impossible to recreate the exact same range with it because it has to be pixel perfect, right? But he got it as close as humanly possible. Even showed the bars to basically prove that it's almost perfect. And I would no doubt say that it's definitely they extended the range on Ryu's crouching medium kick. And I know it sounds silly, so it's not a big deal, but it kind of is, and it kind of gives us a little hint and a little, you know, preview on what Capcom's thinking, because at this point I'm anticipating some Ryu nerfs. And this is an important balance patch. They're like, we gave Ryu a new V skill. He can afford some nerfs. I don't know. But yeah, this is a really requested change for Ryu in particular, because he's known to have really stubby normals and people want him to help him a lot in their neutral game. And of course, me personally, I really want them to buff his V-Trigger 1. Now, Ryu's crouching medium kick has always been quite a staple in his gameplay and across a lot of the Street Fighter titles. And, you know, in Street Fighter 5, just seeing his foot literally go through the opponent's toes half the time it's kind of heartbreaking, right? It's kind of heartbreaking for poor Ryu, you know? And, you know, the guy doesn't even wear any shoes in the first place. And I understand why Capcom doesn't want to buff this crouching medium kick, because too hard anyways, because they're really scared of getting to the point where, you know, this character is only using one button all the time. That's what Street Fighter V is all about. It's not pressing the same button all the time. That's why they got rid of proximity normals. I mean, it's not like we see Kadin only use crouching medium kick, or Rashid only using crouching hard punch, or Kuma only using crouching medium punch. That doesn't happen at all. You know, we have to keep this consistent across the entire cast of characters. So I guess Capcom's trying to avoid that, but Capcom's probably also gets frustrated because poor Daigo ain't playing Ryu anymore, and no matter how much they buff him, just no one's playing him. We just don't see this character. So, I mean, I'll give you guys a brief history lesson on Ryu's crouching medium kick. There's some weird things like collision blocks and stuff, but for the most part, right when the game came out, we got our first patch, and Ryu's crouching medium kick went from 6 frames startup to 7 frames. So they nerfed it right off the hop, 1 frame slower. I think it was something to do with some kind of combo they changed. I forgot. I remember talking about it before, but they changed some kind of string, maybe something with his sweep or something, like linking on counter hit. Anyways, then we also had the AE patch, and they extended the range a little bit by like a pixel, and they added more pushback, which can be good, except for the spacing between the fireball, but it's good nonetheless. You don't want Ryu to be too close with the fireball because he is minus afterwards. And then finally, we fast forward up to today. Ryu's crouching medium kick is now +2 on hit rather than +1. I think that helps make the fireball link more consistent. Maybe it has something to do with linking donkey kick. I'm not sure. Either way, they've been slowly buffing it. So, in case you guys don't know, why is it so important for Ryu's crouching medium kick to be good, especially in Street Fighter V? Well, one thing, zoning is really risky in Street Fighter V. You know, Ryu can't just throw fireballs in jump range all day. He's going to get blown up. He can't do it full screen all day because there's a lot of anti-fireball moves in this game. And they have been buffing up his fireball, and it is pretty scary in general. Ryu's got decent anti-airs. But, you know, one thing that makes Ryu, will help him, because basically with Ryu's stubbiness, he has to use his fireball as an extension of his limbs to help him in neutral in general. And instead of, you know, to do that requires some risk, because you're still throwing a fireball at the end of the day. And one thing that would help out is if he just did crouching medium kick at the fireball, because he slowly chips them down, wears down the opponent, makes him want to jump, and basically fall into his trap. And like I said, this has been Ryu's game plan for a very long time. You know, what he's currently doing right now, a lot of Ryu players are burning a lot of meter, you know, using EX Fireball basically to win neutral so you can get that knockdown. And then you have the real Ryu 20 times dash online after landing that EX Fireball, where they dash you into the corner into more EX Fireballs. But another thing too is that we know about Ryu's V-Skill 2. The preview looks promising, and that's another thing that could possibly help him in neutral. This combined with the crouching medium kick range might be good. They might be doing some more stuff to crouching medium kick as well. So, you know, that could give him some scary buffers as well, which would help him out in neutral too. So, you know, in the end, I feel like a lot of players want to see Ryu at some point here. And even though there are some characters that I'm not going to name that have never seen the dawn of light in any tournament, Ryu, he was up there at one point, and we just haven't seen him back. And he's the poster boy, and he's one of the original characters. So it does feel like an eternity. You know, it does feel like an eternity. And I think it's very important right now that Capcom gets this right, because they've been very, very slowly tweaking Ryu, a couple steps forward, like 1-2 steps back. And, you know, this might be one of the last balance patches for Street Fighter V. I know there's a lot of rumors circling around. Maybe Street Fighter V might last another, 4 years, maybe at least 2, maybe. But, you know, we're getting near the end here, okay? We know Capcom is going to possibly lower the amount of content going forward. And after this big V-Skill 2 thing, we don't know how big this balance patch is actually going to be. So it's very important starting from this place forward that Capcom goes a little harder on Ryu to push him forward. And of course, a lot with the other low-tier characters in general. And like I said, maybe the crouching medium kick thing is not a big deal, especially with the V-Skill 2. We just don't know how good it is yet. Also, don't forget that this buff might not be perfect for everything, because if we extend the range of Ryu's crouching medium kick, there's still a gap between him throwing that fireball. It's just not free. But just like in the actual preview V-Skill video, we see Kage go and power dunk Ryu and show him that, hey, even if you can do the same extended range, this is not going to work on everybody every single time. We have a lot of those kind of strings in this game already with Akuma, you know, buffering into EX Fireball, right, or Rashid into the EX Whirlwind Shot. So, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but it's definitely a step in the right direction if they're doing this. And another thing I got to bring up with Daigo here is he said that if Guile is still the same next season, he's going to drop him. He's going to drop him, and we need a substitute, you know. And you know, before Daigo backflips and into Kuma's lap here, you know, and wishes for buffs for Christmas, I think he should consider looking at Ryu again. You know, it's always got to be Daigo. Always has to be Daigo. Well, in before Kage is God tier next season, which probably is what's going to happen. And then tradition continues where Daigo always plays the evil Ryu character near the end of the fighting game's lifespan. I don't know, man. But let me know in the comments below. I just wanted to make a quick video, guys, talking about this because a lot of people are talking about it right now. And it's cool to see a little preview of the buffs, because the balance patch gets me personally more hyped than anything, because, of course, it's the most drastic changes of all the characters. And we can get a bigger picture of everything. And, yeah, I mean, I want to do like my 8th or millionth Ryu wishlist video, but this will do just fine. Just Capcom, take a look at his V-Trigger one, please. Please take a look at it. Make it 3 bars. Make him be able to cancel a regular fireball on the V-Trigger. That would be nice. Alright, guys. Just keeping you posted. We'll be back with more V-Skill preview videos. Take care, everyone.